One of the victims has been identified as Olivia King by her family and friends on social media. Wes King, her son, broke the devastating news on Facebook, saying his mother was shot directly in the chest and later died at the hospital. Wes said a stranger called him to say that his mother was hit during that shooting. He was listed as her emergency contact. That's how they got in contact with him. Collierville police have not yet confirmed the identities of the other victims. Now, Collierville Vice Mayor Maureen Frazier also posted about the loss of Olivia King. She described her as a dear friend. Frazier asked for prayers for the King family, for all those impacted by the shooting, and the city of Collierville as a whole. Well, Regional 1 has been taking care of several victims today. That's where Caitlin McCarthy joins us live now. And Caitlin, you got any update on any of those victims there?
Well, Rudy, of the 9 victims brought here to Regional 1, we do know that tonight at least 1 still remains in critical condition and 1 is in surgery. Earlier today, 4 were fighting for their life after being shot inside the store. First responders from Germantown, Memphis, and Shelby County helped bring the 9 victims here to Regional 1. There were nearly a dozen ambulances getting those people here to be treated immediately. Dozens of Memphis police officers were also outside the trauma center, and as the ambulances, one after another, arrived at Regional 1, many workers and loved ones were outside looking for answers as to what unfolded this afternoon at the Kroger in Collierville.
Well, Caitlin, we're lucky that Regional 1 is one of the nation's best trauma centers. Tell us more about what the response was like today outside of the hospital.
Well, Rudy, rarely, if ever, does the hospital actually close a street outside the trauma center to make sure ambulances can get to and from the trauma center as quick as possible. But today, for several hours, Jefferson was closed to make sure those victims could get to the trauma center as soon as possible.
Caitlin, you were there this afternoon, most of the afternoon. You saw lots of family and friends there looking for information and wanting to know about friends. What does all this look like in terms of emotional healing for those families and those friends in the community?
Well, Rudy, I think this is just going to take some time. This happened less than 8 hours ago, and I think people are still trying to wrap their mind around what happened. But knowing the people in this area, I know there's going to be a continuous outpouring of love and support for the survivors and victims. Rudy?
All right, Caitlin McCarthy, thanks a lot.